Hello, everyone. So today this story is an adaptation from the book, The Great Kapok Tree, written and illustrated by Lion Cherry. So are you all ready to take a walk into the Amazon rainforest? And here we go. Walking in the forest, walking in the forest. We are not afraid, we are not afraid. One step, two step, three step, forward. One step, two step, three step, backward. Stop, everyone. Look, two men are already walking into the rainforest. Can we all join them? And let's see what they're going to do. Usually, the forest will be filled with all noises, squawking and growling and howling. But now, it was all silent. All the animals were looking at the two men and wondered why they have come here. Two men continued their walk inside the rainforest very seriously. And suddenly one stopped and pointed to a great kapok tree. He then left casually. The other man took his axe immediately and started to strike the trunk of the wood. Whack, whack, whack. Oof, the wood was very hard, but still he continued. Chop, chop, and chop. He wiped off his sweat. He continued to strike hardly and heavily. Soon, chop, 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 and everywhere. Soon, the man felt very tired. He wanted to take some rest and sat under the great kapok tree, sitting relaxed. The humming of the forest made him to sleep deeply. The man was sleeping. An animal came slithering down the forest and it hissed into his ears. Can you guess what animal it is? Yeah, it's a huge snake. It came down from the great kapok tree and it hissed into his ears. Senhor, this tree is a tree of miracles. I live in this tree and my generations of my ancestors also lived here. Please do not chop this down, said the huge snake. But this man was sleeping. Next came an animal near him. Can you guess what insect it is? Yes, absolutely, a bee. A bee came buzzing into his ears and it said, Senhor, my hive is in this tree and I help all the flowers in this rainforest through pollination. So please do not chop down this tree. Buzzed the bee. But this man was busy sleeping. Next, a group of animals came, jumping from these trees to trees and branches to branches. They came down the tree and they said, can you guess what animal? Yes, it's a monkey. They all chattered, chatter. They made a noise and said, Senhor, if you chop down this tree, what will happen when rain comes? The soil is getting washed away and soon it will become a desert. Do you want that to happen? Asked the monkeys. But this man was busy sleeping. A macaw came flying down the tree and it squawked into his ears. Senhor, you see how beautiful this forest is? Do you want to destroy the beauty of this forest? The life of this forest? Please do think once again, said the macaw. This man was busy sleeping. A frog came jumping from leaf to leaf and he said into his ears, Senhor, if you chop down this tree, you leave many of us homeless. You have a home, right? We do need a home. Why don't you think that? Asked the frog. But this man was again busy sleeping. A jaguar came growling leaping down the tree. And he said, Senhor, this tree is the home for many animals and birds. If you chop down this tree, where will I go for my dinner, lunch, breakfast? You get all your food. Where will I get my food? Please do think it, man, said the jaguar. But this man was busy sleeping. A giant from Yanomama tribe, who was living in the Amazon forest, came slowly near to him and knelt before him. He murmured, Senhor, please, when you wake up, look upon all these creatures and we, the tribal people here, with your new eyes, he said. But this man was sleeping. All the creatures was waiting for him to wake up. After some time, the man woke up and he got shocked. He was watching. All the animals was seeing him, staring at him. He just went back. Why are these animals standing before me? He just saw the sky. The sun streams was coming into the forest and it glowed like a jewels. He smelled the fragrant flowers. He felt the mist from the floor of the forest. But he had no sound. Why no sound? Why all the creatures are staring at me and remain silent? He wondered. Okay, fine. He stood up very briskly, took up his axe, and he waved his arms back and started to strike the wood. But suddenly he stopped. He turned back and looked at all the creatures, all the animals. He looked them into their eyes. He could feel them. He hesitated. He dropped his axe and he walked out of the rainforest. The end.